So now that we've exported our keywords, we're going to go in here and remove some of these columns. So again, competition is related entirely to paid, so it's not relevant to SEO in any way. Sometimes it's an okay barometer for how tough a word might be, but not really. It really is just a metric for who's paying and how much they're paying to be in those places, so you can usually delete it. Again, remember, we set our market to everywhere, so global and local are the same, so we can delete one, that's no big deal. So open this up a little bit. I like to throw a filter on here. Right, so we throw a filter, just do a quick sort, largest to smallest. We can take it off. Just because it's annoying, it's just a pet peeve of mine. It comes in brackets, so I just like to replace all with nothing, so we get rid of them. And there we have it. There's our keywords. So at this point, we want to start thematically grouping these phrases, right? We want to group them based into where they'll sit on the site architecture and maybe how we'll create content around them. So let's go ahead and do that. So Android developer clearly has way too much volume, is too competitive. It's probably a phrase for actual developers that are looking for tutorials and things like that. You can see it's dramatically larger than anything else, so this was a misstep that we took, right? So we'll just delete this for now. So app developer is our first one, and this is generic. Again, this could be a little bit muddied with people that aren't looking to pay an app developer per se, but who knows, we'll keep it. So we'll throw this over here as our first sort of category, app developer. iPhone app developer is the next one with 4,400 a month, so this is going to be our next category. So I'll just bring this over here. App developers, right, the plural version, so that sort of fits here. Mobile apps development. Again, we said we were afraid of development-related keywords, so we're going to delete that for now. iPhone app developers, this is going to go in here. Android app developers, right? So another piece of content. So we just want to sort of group these the best we can. Mobile app developer is sort of under the thinking of just app developers in general, right? It's kind of the generic one. It's platform agnostic. So let's just group those for now. Mobile application developer and mobile application development companies. Okay, so let's do this. Let's keep developer here. And like I said before, that those companies phrases I really like because they're just sort of good for the commercial research queries. So let's start a separate category with any phrase that has companies or company in it. Okay? I can narrow these down a little bit. Delete these. So we'll just shift this up. Cool. So mobile developer, again, that's the generic one. iPhone application developer. iPad developer, so that's a new content idea. Mobile application development companies, so anything with company we're going to set over here. Hire iPhone developer, so this really is our money keyword. I like anything with hire in it a lot, so hire is going to be its own sort of phrase. Android app developers. Android, we're sticking here. App development cost, again, this was a content creation idea, so let's throw that over here. That's sort of a separate one. iPhone application development companies. We're sticking all companies together. Android application developer. iPad app developers. iPad was here. Apple app developer. That's an interesting one, so we'll put that under iPhone. Similar sort of content. App development companies. iPhone apps developer. iPhone development company. So company we were going to stick over here. I can move this. iPhone app development cost. Mobile app development company. iPhone game developer. Okay, goes here. Mobile application development services. That's sort of along the lines of company. Yeah, let's just stick it over here for now. Android apps developer. Apps developer was the generic one. Company and services we're going to stick over here. Companies over here. Just move this up. Mobile development company. Mobile apps developer, that's the generic one. App development company. iPhone app development companies. Cross-platform mobile app development. Oh, I didn't realize that was a development phrase. But I really like the cross-platform idea. So maybe we can just create a quick call out here on content ideas. And just do cross-platform. And because it's development, we're going to delete that. But maybe we can go back later with some cross-platform related keywords. Mobile applications developer. iPhone apps developers. BlackBerry. So BlackBerry, I guess we can just stick that there for now. Android app development company. So company stuff's down here. That higher keyword again that we like a lot. Mobile apps developers. Move these. App developer Android. iPhone app developers for hire. Mobile apps development company. Android app development costs. iPad app development costs. Move this. Hire Android app developer. iPhone app development services. Down here. App development costs. Google Android app developer. Here. Android app development companies. Okay. Move a couple of these. iPhone app developers for hire. Stick it here. BlackBerry app developers. Not a lot of people looking for BlackBerry apps. Android app developers for hire. iPhone app development costs. iPhone app developer cost. And iPhone apps development companies. Down here. So we've very roughly sorted everything. Let's just move this down here. And so these are the big buckets, and I like to just sort of re-bucket them one more time, just to get everything more accurate, right? So we have our generic phrases, app developer, mobile app developer, that kind of stuff. So we'll just call this generic app developer. Right, that's those. The next one is iPhone specific. Move these over here. Next was Android, right? Here. And then we had the big one was mobile app development companies and services. We'll probably have to break that down a little bit. So we'll call this companies. Whoops. And, oh, forgot about iPad. I'll throw iPad here. So cost-related keywords are here. And then higher, we can call this one higher. Oh, I forgot about BlackBerry. Yeah. Okay. Move BlackBerry here. And then we can just throw content ideas over here. Cool. So we're very, we're sort of very roughly, just align everything left. Very roughly bucketing all of our phrases into monthly search volume, right? So we have our generic apps, iPhone and Android, iPad, BlackBerry. And we can take a look, whoops, what did I do here? We can take a look at, a better look at sort of what the keywords are, how we might be able to create content around it, that kind of stuff. Now that we've thematically grouped them. So generic app developer. So app developer is mobile app developer, mobile application developer, mobile applications developer. So what I like to do is I like to sort of group these keywords and think about a possible URL structure that would really work to encompass a lot of these. So maybe something like domain.com/mobile app developers. It could be mobile application developers, could be a lot of different things, but I think that this URL structure encompasses a lot of this. I think one mistake that people make very frequently when they get into SEO is they look at all these keywords and they say, okay, I need to make appdeveloper.html and appdevelopers.html and mobile app developer.html and mobile application developer.html. You really don't. You don't need to do that. It's too spammy. It's really hard to create great, unique content for all of those pages. So I just recommend picking one that sort of encompasses all of that, right? So the next one, we have iPhone app developers, application developer, iPhone apps developer, game developer. So again, we'll probably something like iPhone app developers. Probably works for this. Again, this isn't set in stone. It's just a generic sort of first round recommendation. So, but a page like this would probably encompass a lot of that content. Next one, Android. Android is following the similar structure, so it looks like this will work as well. Android app developers. Okay. iPad and BlackBerry, same thing. Nothing too special here. /iPad app developers. And it's going to be the same here for BlackBerry app developers. Companies. Okay, so let's take a look here. Mobile application development company, companies, app development companies, iPhone development companies, Android, and iPhone. Okay, so it looks to me, my first guess is we should probably break these into 3 separate categories, which will be just the generic mobile, iPhone, and Android. So let's remove all the iPhone keywords first. And we have one Droid keyword. I can move that here. Oh no, we have too. Yeah. Cool. So we have, we'll call these mobile app companies. And then we'll go iPhone app companies. Put these here. And then Android app companies. We'll put these here. Cool. And so the URL structure here, mobile app development companies. Yeah, so maybe, and again, it depends on what kind of content we're going to create, but I think mobile app development companies probably works well here. Same thing here, it's going to be iPhone app development companies and Android. Now again, this is not for sure, right? If we find out that we just don't have enough content to create some of these, maybe we have to sort of mush them back in together. But this serves as a good roadmap to think about content creation, right? Speaking of content creation, we have our cost keywords. So app development cost, iPhone app development cost, Android, iPad. These could all be separate, right? App development costs, iPhone and Android app development cost. We could make this one phrase, like app development costs, or we could break it down into Android, iPhone, iPad, every platform. We'll just leave it at app development cost for now. And here we go. The hire keywords. Hire iPhone developer, iPhone app developers for hire, hire Android app developer. So these are really, really good. Because they're so valuable to us, I do want to break these out into separate groupings. And in addition to this, especially when you find keywords that are really valuable to you, we'll call this hire iPhone and hire Android. When you do find keywords that are very valuable, I do like to take them and plug them back into the tool, right? So, because oftentimes we may have missed something. So let's just reload the tool. We don't want to use any of the old bias. And let's try a few more, right? So hire Android app developers, Android app developers for hire, iPad app developers for hire, hire iPad app developers, hire app developers for hire, BlackBerry app developers for hire, hire BlackBerry app developers, hire app developers, iPhone, iOS app developers for hire, hire app developers, iOS, hire app developers, Android, hire app developers, iPad. So sometimes I write keywords 2 or 3 times. It's no big deal. Google will sort them and only do one if you've doubled up. So here we go. We have some interesting ones. So anything we've typed in that had no volume, it'll show you with just a little dot, a little dash. So let's take all these, again, just because these keywords are really valuable to us. We can uncheck the ones with no volume. So we'll grab these. I like to just clean out the list, not include anything that didn't have any volume. Search again. So now we have these really valuable higher keywords, and then I like to do a control find on higher and go through and see if there's any else. App developer for hire. That was the only one. So we've got one additional one. We'll just plug it right back in. And oh, I forgot to set this to 100. So set this to 100. We type hire again, and then it'll have them highlighted here. So let's see if we see any highlighted. Hire iPhone game developer. Interesting one. Any more? Nope, that was it. So again, I like to just keep going. If there's a keyword that I really like, I think it's really valuable to me, I want to just keep plugging in and see if I can squeeze out any more. So let's see, is that hire keyword coming up? iPhone application developers for hire. Hire iPhone apps developer. Interesting. So we have those two. Any more? iPhone developer hire. So again, really low volume, but if you're ranking #1, it could be valuable. So we're really starting to squeeze them out and find some better keywords. Do it one more time. Hire iPhone application developer, hire iPhone developers. This is really interesting. Finding a lot more than I had thought. Cool. So now we have 20. Plug it back in, and I just keep going until it doesn't give me anything back. So again, it's only in a situation where I find a keyword particularly valuable. And no more. So we have 20. We expanded that decently well. So just grab these real quick. Download them. Delete these two. Do a quick sort, a quick filter. Sort largest to smallest. I can grab these and add them back in. And so we'll just move this for now. Hire iPhone developer we already had. Hire iPhone app developer we already had. So app developers for hire. So we have a hire, call this hire generic, right? Or hire, yeah, generic apps. So it could be either platform. iPhone app developers for hire. Yep, we have that. Hire iPhone developers. So developers was an additional one. Hire Android app developer. Yep, we had that. Hire iPhone game developer. Hire iPhone application developer. iPhone app developer for hire. I think we had that one. Yep. Android app developers for hire. Yeah, we had that one. 91. App developer for hire. Hire iPhone apps developer. iPad developers for hire. So we can call this maybe hire iPad. iPhone application developers for hire. Hire Android app developers. iPhone developer hire. Hire app developers. That was the generic one. iPad is here. iOS and hire app developers iPhone. This is showing us a 0, but I believe in the tool it said under 10, so it usually means there's some volume, but it's low, so I usually just change these to 5 because it's usually not 0, but it's not a lot. Do that quick replace, just because those brackets are annoying to me. And we're going to left align. And now some of this volume's a little off, so yeah, this should be down here. Right. Whoops, I think we deleted over this. Cross-platform. Cool, and so we might call our hire iPhone page maybe hire iPhone app developers. Let's see here, let's move these. Sometimes it gets a little messy. And then we have right, we'd probably do the same stuff here. Hire Android app developers. Hire iPad app developers. And this could be hire app developers or app developers for hire. Cool. Let's just grab these again, throw them back up here. And there we go.